What is up, everybody? Welcome to FLW Videos. We are doing something a little bit different, trying to get out a little bit more than what we normally do. I do have my friend here helping out with the filming, and in today's episode, we are specifically focusing on the 7-kilometer eggs and trying to finish up the Kanto Pokédex. So for myself, I'm needing a Kangaskhan and a Mr. Mime to completely get the Kanto Pokédex 100% finished, and this is actually what happened in the first round. So to get this episode started, I actually had a pre-round that I wanted to go ahead and include. This is going to be 7-kilometer eggs, and then we will get into a fresh batch. But to be honest, with this first set, the only real highlight was that I got multiple Alolan Vulpixes. I've actually gotten more Alolan Vulpixes since the regionals were added in than what I did before, which is very exciting. So now let's go ahead and switch over to the iPad. Once again, this will be a full set of 9 7-kilometer eggs. I put a super incubator on all of them so I would be able to hatch them all at once. I think that that's going to make it so much easier to just kind of like go through this, and I did put a star piece on, which is definitely nice. The only kind of unfortunate thing to happen throughout this batch was getting a Tangela, but we are definitely going to be talking about the rates for the regional Pokemon, the Gen 4 Pokemon, and then the other Alolan Pokemon in the 7-kilometer eggs. So yeah, I ended up getting a Tangela, which, to be honest, getting a Tangela, getting a Porygon, those are like the worst things to happen in my mind. But beyond that, if you are curious about the rates, it is a 12.5% chance of getting yourself a regional. Unfortunately, if you live in one of the regions that has one of these regional Pokemon, you can still hatch your own regional Pokemon. So hopefully, for myself and anybody out there, you don't end up hatching that and you end up getting some new Pokédex entries. But with that being said, let's get into the episode. Hey, how'd you know that?
I've seen a few of your videos.
There you go,
awesome.
That's cool.
Back when you first started doing it, I saw you. I actually learned how to throw an excellent curve because of you.
Yes! So we are ready to go ahead and get into the second round of 7-kilometer eggs, but we wanted to get a live reaction. I know that's not typical on this channel, but I definitely wanted to do something different while we are out for Chikorita Community Day. So let's go ahead and open up the first egg. So the two Pokemon that we are currently looking for is Mr. Mime and Kangaskhan. If we can complete those, we will get the entire Pokédex completed for Generation 1. So the first Pokemon is a Porygon, which is rare, but it's unfortunate to some extent. Let's go ahead and open up the second one. So now we have successfully gotten a Tangela and a Porygon. In at the next one, we've got Meowth, the ultimate troll for the Alolan Pokemon. If you have hatched a ton of Alolan eggs, the number one Pokemon you do not want to get is going to be that Alolan Meowth. Let's go ahead and get into number 3. For number 3, are we going to get it? We got a Tauros. Yeah, so that's a thing. You can actually get your own regional Pokemon in on these eggs, which is probably the worst thing that can happen. For one, you do get one that has a very low rate, but it's also kind of a bad thing because you already have access to literally hundreds of them in your actual region. In on the fourth one, we have an Lowland Sandshrew. Not too excited about that. It's actually not that high of an IV one. We're looking for an upper 690s to be able to get that. So let's go ahead and get into the next ones. So we had to actually move off a little bit of the beaten path to go ahead and finish these final 5. For some reason, the incubators did not sync up. 4 of them hatched, 5 of them did not. So we are gonna go ahead and focus on that. So this is going to be the 5th egg. And once again, we get another Alolan. So we are still gonna have to move up onto the list to still try to get these regionals. We still have 4 more to go, crossing our fingers, hoping that we're not gonna have to do a new batch. But I have, oh, we got one. We got one. We got one. Kangaskhan. Oh yes. Only one more to go, and that is Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime is going to be the last one that we are looking for. I apologize if I am excited. That was actually going to be a Pokédex entry for me. Now we get a Farfetch'd. This has to mean something. This has to mean that Mr. Mime is going to be coming. That's the final one that we need. Let's go ahead and open up the next egg. tough when there's a lot of people. I'll probably skip that one. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the next egg. And what are we gonna get? Please be a Mr. Mime and just be done with it. It's a Geodude. Oh no, I don't think I have another egg. I'm gonna go ahead and see if there is one more. I'm pretty sure that that was the last one though. So you know what that means? I think we're gonna have to go ahead and do 9 more just in case so we can pick up the Mr. Mime. They're all crunches for the most part. I did save 2, so I've got 2 of them.
Yeah, I mean,
I've got 2 of them that are 98% that are Smackdown.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't evolve anything. I mean, they didn't have any high V ones left to evolve.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, look at me press that screen. You wish you could battle like me. Look, I'm not even looking. That's how. So we still have 9 7-kilometer eggs to go. We actually stopped filming just because it was raining so much, but we were filming during Chicory today, which was a ton of fun. As far as the last set of eggs are concerned, a little bit of the highlights are going to be that I did manage to catch a Kangaskhan again, which I'm personally excited about. I also ended up getting a Tauros and then an Alolan Vulpix, but beyond that, we still need a Mr. Mime. Now I know what you're thinking, sure, I could go trade for a Mr. Mime, but to be honest, hatching it would mean a lot to me, so I'm definitely going to try it as long as I possibly can, but once they end up getting removed from the eggs, I will probably trade for it just so I can complete the Pokédex entry. But since we did more of a vlog style film, and a lot of the bigger YouTubers, or Pokemon Go YouTubers, do a lot of cinematic shots, I figured we'd go ahead and end with one of those. Yeah, that might have just been Google Maps, but what are you gonna do? Budget drone shot.
Hit me like a tidal wave.